What's up, guys? You know who it is. Midwest 2 of you here back again. A little bit of a different start to the video today. I am working from home, kind of on call as needed, and so I decided I would come out here to the shop and kind of work on my Power Commander. So I have a 2007 Victory Vegas jackpot, and it's got the 102 cubic inch Freedom engine, 1634 cubic inches. So this is a fairly new motorcycle for me, and also project in general. So we were having some issues. Just like I said, it's got a Power Commander on it. It's the Power Commander 5, and we were having some stalling issues at low RPM. Essentially, we were running too lean and needed to run a little bit richer on the low end. And so I had to take a crash course in Power Commander programming. So I have the Power Commander 5, which has been replaced by the Power Commander 6, which I'm thinking about swapping that out and getting a 6 on here at some point in time. But I broke out my old brick. The brick, here's what we refer to it, my wife and I. This is the Panasonic Toughbook. It's just a really tough piece of equipment. I bought it for my shop out here just so I could have the ability to run all types of SD cards and other types of media devices. But this one here has been upgraded, so it's got a new operating system and all that, and tech support, so as needed, so I can send it in. I could have them log into it wirelessly and make changes accordingly. So, and my wife is also pretty good at that kind of stuff as well. So nonetheless, we went in and we changed the fuel to air ratio. And so we added a little bit of fuel on the low end. I'm still gonna probably add a little bit more across here, up to about 10% throttle, because that's where I'm seeing the issues at. I don't see the issues when I'm, like let's say for instance, 25 or higher percent of throttle and higher RPM. So when we're about like here, I don't see problems. I'm seeing problems here in this upper left-hand quadrant. So I'm adding a little bit more fuel. It does have a stage 1 kit on this bike, so aftermarket exhaust, intake, all that kind of stuff. So we have to adjust the air to fuel mixture in order to get it to run properly. So I talked to the guys at the Vic shop. I've watched every YouTube video, took a crash course in understanding how to program this, and I'm still a novice. I'm still learning, but the good thing is the software is pretty cool, whereas I can make changes to the Power Commander and I can test it out, see how it runs. If I don't like it, I can always revert back to the original one. The Vic shop, even Power Commander themselves, offer some baseline maps you can throw into your system and test out and see how they run. And so it's just gonna be a matter of kind of matching everything up to get it to go. So that's what we're working on in the shop, while also monitoring work emails on my other PC and phone calls and all the stuff of that nature. I did get some new tools. Get all this personal stuff out of the way here. Sorry, I did get some new tools, nothing special, just a couple new things. I picked up some Nico hex sockets. I got a metric set and an SAE set. These were on eBay for like $15. So not a lot of money spent whatsoever. You can see all the way up from an H4 to an H10, and then it goes from an 1/8 inch up to 3/8 of an inch. It's the largest size, but they're S2 tools still, which is what everybody, including Harbor Freight, markets their tool as, with chrome vanadium socket in there. Nothing too special. They are longer. They are going to be not used very frequently, only when there's a concern about reach. I was thinking about these last night because these are made in China. Everybody prefers made in Taiwan if you're going to buy offshore tools from Asia. Otherwise, you want German or something like that. But I was thinking, you know, these particular ones, they're made in China for one. They allegedly have S2 tools still, which are supposed to make sure that they hold up. But, you know, when you start getting longer, imagine it being like a drive shaft. The further away you get from the moment or where the torque is being applied. Sorry, big truck's going by. Yeah. The further you get away from the moment or where the torque's being applied, the stress increases, right? So these are not going to be as strong as, let's say, some of my Capri sockets here. I got some Capris. Now, Capri makes a really good tool in general. I use these all the time. You can tell some of them have a little bit of surface rust or transfer rust from other applications, but I use these all the time. These are absolutely well-made tools here. I love Capri tool stuff. I've not had any issues with anything, including their ratcheting wrenches. If you're going to find a bad tool, it's going to likely take place when you're on a tool that has multiple mechanical components. So something like this, where it's a one-trick pony, all it has to do is be to survive the amount of torque. These are not a good measure of quality, but something like a ratcheting wrench or some type of a mechanical device is certainly a good way to measure a tool manufacturer's quality. And Capri has never let me down. So, but these here, obviously, these can handle much higher stress and torque than something of equal size, just because it's got a shorter footprint, whereas these are longer. So the further out you get, the less torque you can really apply. Now, I do have a set of Snap-on, of course. Obviously, I could not go without having Snap-on sockets, so I do have the Gold Series Snap-ons, which is just the iridium coated or whatever type of coating they put on these. But yeah, I have these here. It doesn't necessarily increase the substrate strength, but it does increase the what do you call that? The surface strength. So meaning that they have a little bit of a harder quote unquote shell, but the shell doesn't really matter. It's the substrate strength that determines how strong these are going to be. So just because you have the gold ones doesn't mean that it's going to be any better than the standard ones, just FYI. But I do have the Snap-on. So in an application where I need a tool to be absolutely on point, no issues, no opportunities for rounding, no potential failure, I'm going to go with something like a higher end tool, such like Snap-on or Right Tool, something to that effect. I'm going to go with one of those brands, maybe even Mac. Possibly Matco in some cases, but if I have something that's going to be, has low frequency of use, low application, meaning that it's not a critical application, then something like maybe Nico would be fine. I would put Capri on the upper end of the mid-level range of quality, meaning that they're not probably as strong and as high quality as perhaps Snap-on or Mac or Right Tool, but they are far greater quality than what you would find with Nico or any other Chinese manufactured tool. So just my little tidbit of information. I do have more over here too. All this stuff is Snap-on, and I just kind of got, random stuff here, there, elsewhere. So, but that's kind of like what I'm working on in the shop today, just trying to get the bike running a lot better. Like I said, it's been stalling out. And I had to go in here and adjust a lot of the mapping a little bit. Well, not a lot of it, but portions of it on the low end to try to increase my fuel. And so here in about a few hours, I'm going to take off and ride it and see how things are responding. And then if need be, we'll come back and make some more adjustments accordingly. So, but if you guys are interested in the Nico tools, here is the SAE set here. You can see all your information there you need to have, including the part number 10072A. Like I said, they're on Amazon right now for like 14 bucks. And then you have the metric set here, chrome vanadium S2 3X dry 7-piece and 10076A. So 72A, 76A. So, all right, guys, that's all I got for right now. I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna finish doing what I'm doing here. Yeah, and that's gonna end it for today. So, all right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe out there, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Midwest_tool_review. Catch you then, guys. Peace.